Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition all Hecata Chronicle Berlin Bloodlines. This is our 4th epilogue, Dead Mind. So let's meet our mostly dead vampires, starting with Avery.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. I know I told you last time it'd be the last time you see me, but I lied. And this evening, I will be playing unsere gnädige Herr Edgar. Wait.
This time actually for the last time this season, and it's an important lesson because, as we know, all kindred lie. And of course, Ramos, this is your epilogue.
Hello everyone, my name is Gilbert Ramos, aka RamostheNomad, and tonight I will be playing Dr. Tullio Giovanni.
As always, this is a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. We've gone over our safety and consent. Please check in with yourselves, as your well-being is important to all of us who are playing, and all the content warnings for the game will be in the description. So if you both are ready, lass uns anfangen, and let's return to Berlin, in Steglitz, Zehlendorf, inside the Bahari Manor. Tullio, you spent the night with Imogen here, but when you both rose, she informed you that she needed to go meet with Adelaide, that Adelaide needed her help with something. But she asked you to meet her at the Botanische Garten later tonight for a date, for some couple time. But here you sit now, in Imogen's bedroom. You can hear her daughters downstairs cleaning up the wreckage from the night before, and in these quiet moments, your mind can't help but race. There's so much to gain, and so much to lose here in Berlin, both personally and in the bigger picture. Sabbat, Civil War, Lucius, the Shadowbane, and who knows what else, lurking in the hidden corners of this city, watching, waiting for you to fail or to succeed. It's much more than any one kindred should have to bear alone, and so in this moment, while your mind is dead in the water, you think of the person you have confided in most, besides perhaps Imogen, and that is your brother, Edgar. Almost robotically, you dress, gather your things, and text Edgar, and head down to your modest vehicle to drive to your neck of the woods, the Mitte, where he's staying. Is there anything that you would like to do, take, or anyone that you would like to speak to in the Bahari Manor before you leave?
Grabbing just... I will likely leave the skulls, and I wouldn't bother with any ceremonies this evening.
Okay.
I would just seek Edgar out, and whoever I run into in the hallway, I would let them know that to let Imogen know that I will return for our date soon.
Well, Imogen asked you to meet her at the Garten, so you'll see her before they will.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'm just out of there.
One thing I will say as you get into your car and begin the drive to the Mitte, one person you did not see. Now, you saw most of Imogen's daughters bustling around, except for the two who are guarding Ambrose, who is currently in torpor in the dungeon in the Bahari Manor. You did not see Penelope.
To ask about it if I would run into anybody.
Certainly. You could run into Hannah, who is sort of taking the lead here because she is the oldest who is not in torpor. Matilda is still in torpor. And she... you're looking for Penelope, yes?
I'm not exactly looking, just having noticed that she's not present.
Mother did not inform us that we had to keep her confined to this house.
I see.
And to be perfectly honest, I do not know unless even it's a combined effort of all of us if we could.
Entirely fair. Did she say anything? Did she say goodbye? Did she happen to mention where she was leaving to?
She said she had to see Berlin for herself. That the last time she knew Berlin, it was a farming settlement.
This is terribly concerning.
I agree. Why did you wake her up?
Believe me, darling, it wasn't my choice.
Whose choice was it?
I'd rather not say.
as you wish.
Is there ever going to be a point in which I don't feel like as if I'm being interrogated by all of you? Do you think?
Yes.
Excellent. I look forward to that day. Good evening, Anna.
Abend.
I will dip out, because everyone in this house seems like they want to fucking stab me.
Well, if you had asked Hannah, maybe she would have told you what that thing would be. Guess we'll find out. We're gonna... I'm sure it has nothing to do with you giving yourself over to the Dark Mother. We're going to move over to Edgar. Edgar, you're in your maisonette apartment here in the Mitte. Aelin and you have spent most of the evening taking comfort in one another. The things that have happened in, not just in the last few months, but just tonight and the night before, have left this sort of unspoken feeling that your time together might be short. And so you've spent as much time together as possible intimately. But you've received a text from your brother that he's on his way. You left to go take a shower, get yourself more presentable. And when you exit out of the shower, Aelin has fallen asleep in the bed. And she's laying there. She looks very peaceful. She's laying on her back, body still flushed, and she's snoring lightly.
Edgar will just run some fingers through her hair.
As you approach her, and as you do that, and you blink, it's very strange. You see Darius in the bed instead of Aelin. Dead. The toxic foam pouring out of his mouth. You blink again, and you see that young boy, whoever he was, at the palace in Babylon, dead. You blink again, and you see that Behesht, dead on the sand, that horrible wound in her neck, in her throat. And you blink again, and it's just Aelin. And you wonder now, when you walked through Gael's memories, your memories, however you'd like to put it. Gael was feeling adrift and lost. You wonder if this was what it was like for him, what it was like for you, for so many lives, until Lucius took Gael's soul and broke it.
Edgar, feeling sort of beside himself, will just, for the first time in a long time, take his hand away from her. Light a stick of incense before he leaves the room.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for the buzzer.
Mm-hmm. Now you know that Tullio can digest red wine. Do you get yourself a drink? What is your preparation as you wait for your brother? This apartment is very, very small. So basically you're going to be waiting for him in the room that you're going to speak in.
I just sitting on the couch in the dark, chain smoking cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. And Tullio, you pull up pretty quickly to the Mitte. You, of course, know this neighborhood very well. You've lived here for many years now. And you see that even though Edgar's apartment is in the same neighborhood as yours, it's still a little bit nicer. You can tell just from the outside, it's about 30 square meters larger than yours. Not a lot, but still, it's hard for it not to rub you the wrong way. You buzz the door. Edgar lets you in. And this is where you two meet.
You know, it's really not taking in the feel of the neighborhood if you decide to class it up.
It's classed up merely by my presence, brother. Can't really help it. Come in.
Okay. We'll step inside.
Now, what do you need?
Hoping just to speak with you, Edgar. That's all right. Don't have anything terribly pressing.
My ear, my home, and my counsel are perpetually free to you, brother.
Have you given pause at all, Edgar?
To what exactly?
Just to think, just to reflect on all of this.
Oh, I'm constantly thinking, Tullio. Constantly. That life does not afford us the opportunity to stop and think. We have to think on the move.
You're thinking, but you're not reflecting, Edgar. It's no fault of your own. I don't think I've had a moment to reflect either.
Oh, I've done plenty of reflecting. I just don't think it's on the matters that we're going to speak of tonight. What are you referring to? Are you talking about Olivia?
Part of it, yes. She's a piece of it. How are you feeling?
My only regret is that the rest of the family didn't get to watch her be executed as well. Knowing now everything that I know, I would have tortured her. I would have bled her dry night after night until she became a white, and only then would I begin to take measures that would bring her to death within a decade.
Even with the blood bond broken, Edgar, there's got to be some small piece of you that remembers how much you cared.
Aye. There is a part of me that remembers how she broke my will, how she bottle-fed me lies, and how she abused my love and trust. Those are the things I remember.
You're incredibly strong, Edgar.
I appreciate that gesture.
Even with everything that I know of Lucius, I can't say I feel the same. A piece of me misses him.
I don't think... I don't think that Lucius is the problem. He's a child screaming into the night for the love of his mother. Something I understand intimately.
I wish you weren't so blind.
How do you mean?
In the time that it took for my tutelage to be complete, he committed terrible atrocities. He did terrible things. He was harsh, he was cruel. He also showed beauty beyond compare. He was wise, intelligent. He had seen so much of the world. He's capable of wonderful things, Edgar. Truly wonderful things. But his ambition is to destroy.
Edgar, would you roll me your unspent willpower, please?
Sure. 2 successes.
How many?
2.
It's going to be impossible for you to not have a negative reaction. It doesn't have to be overt with 2 successes. I was looking for 3 for you to cover it entirely. For you not to have a negative reaction of some kind in the face, in the body movements, of him giving Lucius any sort of positive praise.
I think Edgar gets sort of just that very quick sort of crinkle of the nose that one gets when they smell something particularly acrid.
Yeah, you smell almonds.
He destroyed more than you know, Tullio. He killed me in my last life, and I am the reason he's here. He found my journal about finding the Shadow Being, and it led him right here. He diablerized me, and he has a part of my soul in him, so whatever beauty you see in him, whatever ability to create that you see, it is only a pale reflection of what he stole from me.
Perhaps you're right, Edgar. You have a view of things that I don't have the grace or perspective for. Problem is, this piece of me still loves him. I confide this in you because I know what that means.
I feel the same way about Osric. Truth be told, I care for him like I care for very few others. Despite all the failures that lay in his lap, the only true failure is that he never moved on. He held on. He held on to that rope when it was moving so quickly out of his hands that it would rip the skin from his palms. And he said, "Thank you, Olivia," every time it moved faster.
God willing, we will be able to ascertain his reasoning before the end of it all.
I just wanted to give him a good death. He's tired. He's earned his chance to rest. Whether it be in peace or damnation.
He'll have his chance.
The girl with the fucked up face. You and Imogen seem to have a very visceral reaction to her at the... let's call it a gathering.
She's Imogen's sister.
And the woman who was leaving your apartment all those years ago that I bumped into on the stairs.
She's mine. Lucius kept her as a contingency.
Darius did always want children. So, what do you intend to do with the things that you feel?
What I have to, brother, I have to smother them. And what has transpired has made it all the easier, if I'm being honest.
You don't have to.
How do you think?
Something Olivia told me once. The only person that will force you to do anything is her. No one else has the power.
I was a child when I last was able to think and ascertain what it is I wanted, Edgar. I'm not sure there's much left.
Then make something new. We can choose to create instead of destroy. It's always our choice.
That's the concern, though, Edgar. I don't know what I want to create or destroy, or if there's a third option, to just leave it all. There's been a path laid for me for years to take Berlin. And everywhere I look, there are obstructions. And I think that being who I am, what I am, I have this theory that we are meant to walk a path. But we have free will, so call it God or a creator, Allah, whoever you'd like to subscribe the ultimate power to. This divinity has laid forth a path for us. And when we are gifted with free will, we have the option to stray from it. That is when things get difficult. The path is clear, the path is safe, it is free of harm and obstruction. Because we have free will, we will wander into the thicket, we will pass through bushes and brush and forests and weeds, and make our paths harder. And I have faced nothing but hardships since trying to overtly display my power, to claim Berlin, to claim any sort of seat of power or office. I don't know if I'm meant to rule. Edgar.
I'll say this now. If God is the one who laid this path before us, I will rip him from his bloody throne and drown him in piss. As far as your ambition, and do what pleases you. Your eyes certainly move to it.
She's the only thing that brings me peace anymore, Edgar.
Peace. You know what they say. If you want peace, prepare for war. That's the thing, Tullio. It's the same as driving on any road or choosing to walk the countryside. This is the choice you must make. If you choose to drive the road, you're safe. You're not making any decisions. You're just following the path of many centuries old dead men. But if you choose to walk that countryside, if you choose to cut your own path, build your own house, of course you'll have to walk through thistles to get it. But it will be yours, and no one can take it from you. Even when you are long dead and gone. You made that path. You built that house. You filled it with joy and love and laughter. And no one can take that from you.
This is all a dream, Edgar. All of these things are beautiful. I would love to do just that, but even turning my back on everything else, forsaking a crown or a throne, she has her responsibilities, her own ambitions.
And truth be told, Tullio, we are the clan Hecata, not so different from the Hotel California. You can check out, but you can't ever leave. In this life, what we are, it will catch up to you. We are damned. Nothing about our existence is meant to be easy. We are meant to suffer for the sins of our ancestors. It is not right. It is not equitable. But it is what we are.
I condemn this belief, Edgar. If I am to suffer because of my own sins, I refuse to suffer for my ancestors. I am not Seneca. I am not Lucius. I am Tullio Giovanni.
And yet do you deny that you suffer because of them?
Every night.
And so it seems we've reached an impasse. You will suffer for your sins as well. But we were made to suffer for theirs.
And this is where I am conflicted. There is only one way to stop this. There is only one way to ensure that this cycle stops. And that's to seize Berlin.
Heavy the head that wears the crown.
Truth be told, Edgar, I'll wear it. But I don't think there'll be much joy in it anymore.
Leave the joy to the Fae. We are creatures that exist in perpetual, damnable sorrow. Cling to that feeling. Like your heart is being ripped from breast every night. Hate it. And that is why you'll be good at it. Olivia. Oh, Olivia loved the power. But you see what a poor mock-up bang-down job she did. I've had the belief for quite a while that the people who are meant to rule hate the very idea that men need to be ruled. It's what makes them responsible. You think about things a lot more when you hate doing them, but know that they must be done. You saw Midian. How long he's ruled. Do you think he likes it? For Christ's sake, he's a devout man who's built himself a court inside of a rub-and-tug club.
I will honor what I told you those years ago, Edgar. I will allow myself the grace to fail. However, when I reaffirm this vow to you, should I ever wear the crown, no one will speak to you the way I saw you spoke to us that night.
It's alright, little brother. I can take care of myself. And truth be told, I'm not sure if I'll be around to see you wear that crown. I get the distinct feeling that my own life will be short.
Hotel California, brother. You can never leave. At the very least, not until I took your advice when I proposed the blood wedding to Imogen. We haven't had a chance to speak about it, really. Coterie and all of us, really. I wanted to ask you as well tonight if you would be, I'm not sure the proper term, or if this would even be appropriate for the type of affair, but I'd like you to be my best man.
Yeah, did I have to ask? You just need to tell me where to be. I care for the both of you a great deal. This is good. And I'll admit there is a certain joy that comes from our mother seeing a suggestion taken to heart and acted upon. But the greater joy is that you have some measure of peace. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I intend to ask her properly tonight. I feel as if I fumbled it at the Bahari Mansion.
I think Sahira knocked it out of your grasp more than you fumbled it, lad, but... well, let's see it. Where's the ring? Show me the fucking rock.
I haven't had a chance to pick one out.
I've got it.
Like that. I'm already... I'm aware. It's,
No, it's fine. These things happen.
You both hear Aelin from the bedroom sort of creak open the door. I'm sorry, I don't want to interrupt. I was listening.
You're not interrupting, dear.
And she comes
Always
out.
welcome.
She comes out and she's wearing bathrobe. And she walks over to you, Tullio. I have a ring that you could give to Imogen.
Aelin, dear sister, I couldn't ask you to part with anything.
No, it's all right. It was something that I wanted to give to my mother for a present, but she didn't like it. She doesn't like the color green, and I don't know if Imogen likes the color green. I hope she does. She has a garden, but it is an emerald diamond cut.
I'm sure that she would be honored to wear it, Aelin, just as I am honored to receive it.
She hands it to you. It's in a box, in a velvet box.
Thank you, sister.
I am very happy that you have found someone you want to spend a very long time with. And I'm sorry that you weren't there when Edgar and I got married. That no one was.
I don't blame you at all.
It was very spontaneous, Edgar.
It's a dangerous city to be doing anything like this, and if anything, I'll kind of mock whisper to her. If anything, I blame Edgar.
I know it's my idea.
She'll sort of just put her hand around your face, Edgar. Edgar is very romantic and very spontaneous. But that's not for everybody.
Others might use the word impulsive.
Perhaps that's more accurate.
I enjoy it. But Imogen seems very reserved and in a deep intellect. That she thinks a lot. And maybe it's a better speed. You and her seem very similar.
She's like me in the sense that I don't believe we particularly enjoy surprises.
Yes. I think you'll be a very good match.
Me too.
And she'll look to you, Edgar, and say in Farsi, Edgar, did you tell him what you feel that you must do?
I will.
I hope that you lean on your family, especially if the worst happens to me.
I made you a promise, and I intend to keep it.
I know, but you're also impulsive. You always were.
As you say, you should get some sleep.
I'll wait for you. I need to tell you something.
Alright then.
Have a good night, Tullio.
Good night, Aelin.
You must forgive me, brother. We still haven't broken the habit of speaking in the common tongue when there are guests in the hall.
At this point, I'm just going to learn Farsi, I think.
Aelin speaks 7 languages, so you can pick anyone you want.
It took me a few years, but I'm sure you're a more apt student than I am. I'm going to eat Lucius. I need to be very clear about this. He has a piece of my soul, and I want it back.
Is that wise, Edgar? You'll be taking much more than the piece that was taken. You would take all of him in you, and that risks a great deal.
All of the people he has broken. They never came back. He ate them, and now they live within him. What would you do if a part of your heart was stolen from you?
You know the answer to that, Edgar.
Then you know why I must. Furthermore, Behesht is still alive. The first singer. She's petrified in the Shadowlands. And I think that's why Lucius is there, to look for her.
Then we should find her, no?
I find myself at a bit of an impasse on how to cross the veil. But we should. I was thinking about asking Maria if she knew a way to get across.
We'll find a way.
I'm sorry that I have to do this. He's your sire. If anyone should kill him, by all rights, it should be you.
A piece of me loves him, Edgar. I don't think I ever could.
I don't think your wife-to-be has the same feeling. After seeing what he did to her sister, I can only imagine that the hate runs deep.
The love that I bear him pales in comparison to what I hold for the two of you. When the time comes and Lucius Giovanni must fall, if it is within my power, I will deliver him to you on a silver fucking platter.
The people that I have been deserve to be reunited. I take no pleasure in it. I hear him still. Cappadocius. I hear him. He speaks to me from time to time. And I don't know if I'm going insane. Or if part of me is just seeing the end already. That sort of grim knowledge that an animal has when it's caught in a trap. It cries out at first, and then it pulls and shakes, disregarding the pain of the avulsion of its flesh. And there's a moment when it realizes what is coming. And I don't have the liberty of being able to chew off my own leg. I know what is coming for me. And the only hope that I have is to deal with this shadow bane before Aelin awakens. Give it to the werewolves, give it to Ilse to throw into the Tempest. I don't care anymore. I'm very tired, Tullio, of caring about anything other than this and my family.
You're not alone, Edgar.
That is what my wife keeps saying.
She's wise. You should listen to her.
She is. She is. And I'm trying to do better, to listen more. But I told. There is only so far we can fall from our sires, only so much different we can be. And I think I've reached the lip. And a part of me looks in the mirror and only sees her.
You are not Olivia. You are not Cappadocius.
No. I was Gaia. I was Cappadocius. I was never Olivia. But she spawned from my blood. So perhaps it is that she was like me, after all. All of this sprang from blood that once belonged to me and me alone. I made this problem. I made the Shadowbane. And now I will unmake it. And all of this will be some small triviality in the way that everyone remembers me. And then I will be dead.
There's going to be so much more that you remembered for.
Edgar will look over to the lemur, who's probably like sticking its head out of the fucking cabinet.
Tullio. So they never got to do it. I guess now's the perfect time. You diablerized a Sabbat not that long ago. Please give yourself 2 dots in animalism, Bond Famulus, and Feral Whispers, and you can understand what Edgar is saying. Little Edgar, that is. And Big Edgar.
Bond Famulus and what was it?
Feral Whispers.
Feral Whispers. Oh my god. Heard.
And little Edgar is saying, don't like it here. Not enough food here. More food? Did you bring food? He has no food. And it's very strange.
I think Tullio will just zone out and staring at the lemur for a second. Edgar, I am not a, I don't have an affinity for animals. Would you, how do you feel about, the lemur doesn't like it here.
I planned on giving it to the zoo.
I'll take it off your hands for the time being, if you wish.
Fair enough. Call it a pre-wedding present.
What more could a groom ask for?
Now you can quite literally have a little me on your shoulder whispering in your ear. I'm sure that's what the other heads of the family already think of me.
Fuck him.
A coup is alright.
We are more than what they see, Edgar. Internal conflict from both of us aside.
What did you come here for, Tullio? What were you looking for? What are you seeking?
I don't really know. Just wanted to see my brother.
I'm grateful. But as you said before we got to this point, it's about thinking and moving. Shall we play our game?
Let's.
Go ahead, ask away.
You go first this time, Edgar.
Does it frighten you that this has all come so easy to you?
More than you could possibly know.
Fair enough.
Will you leave us, Edgar? If every grand design comes to play, we finish all of this, and you're wrong. You survive. Will you leave us?
No. Because someone will need to watch out for if you will turn into real monsters.
I'll take comfort in that fact.
I wouldn't, Tullio. And I say this out of love for you, and Imogen, and Maria, and Adelaide. There is something that has changed within me. And I am bound by the true knowledge of what we are. The moment any of you becomes more monster than man, I will kill you.
We'll hug Edgar at this point. You may have changed, but you are still my brother. And to die by your hand would be an honor.
You hug him, Tullio. He's warm. He breathes. He looks and feels so incredibly human. And it is not a far leap for you, based on everything you have seen and everything you have heard, that this is most likely a direct result of Aelin and her power.
I will cherish you. And I will endeavor to remember you in the next life that comes after this.
About you, brother. Take up no more of your time. Thank you.
Of course. And I'm going to be here for a while. Love Island episodes start at about 10:30, so if you and Imogen ever just want to, show up, I'm sure Aelin would love to have someone else to watch her show with.
I'll see if it's to Imogen's fancy. Can't say I've partaken.
Well, Bella loves it, and I'm sure Adelaide hates it, so...
Be well tonight, brother. I'll let you know how my re-proposal goes.
I look forward to hearing about it. I'm proud of you. You, not your name. I am proud of you.
I'll do my best to earn that. Good night, Edgar.
Guten Abend, meine Brüder.
Tullio, as you leave, it's a little bit of a longer drive because you're not going to the normal sort of 4 or 5 Bitsieka that you sort of circle in your domain of the Hecata. You're going to Schönefeld, which is a little bit farther away. Or, excuse me, Lichtefeld, even farther. To go to the museum, botanical garden. And Edgar, you return to the bedroom where Aelin is sitting waiting for you. And she says, Edgar, will you sit down?
He does so.
She takes one hand across your face, sees how troubled you look, starts drawing her fingers over the lines around your eyes. You're not all right, Edgar.
I'm trying to be.
I think that I have a plan.
Regarding...
I think you will feel better. Like I feel better knowing now who I really am and who I've been. And I know for you it is harder to recapture that. So I have a plan.
For Lucius, you mean?
Yes. I will be bait.
You feel confident in your ability to defend yourself should the trap spring harder than expected.
I don't have to. You said that if someone begins drinking my blood, they won't be able to stop. What a better distraction than that?
If I can't get to you fast enough, it won't be a distraction, it will be a slaughter.
Then you will take the soul from him, and you'll find me again.
Call it selfish, if you'd like. I don't want that to be the last memory that I have of you in this life, Aelin, but,
One, it's Aelin, wait. And two, I need to do this for you. Because without me, you wouldn't know anything that you know now that burdens you so.
that is not what burdens me. This is not the thing that keeps me awake. But we should do this together, as we do all things together. So we can workshop it, you and I. We can come up with something, and we can get the rest in on it when they have time.
Worst comes to worst, I will force my will upon him.
Well, you have your necklace again, so you're in no danger of burning through yourself. So you'll see. I don't know what preparations he's put his body through. I know that he was the Witch of Kudam's errant bitch for a few years, so I don't know what she ensorcelled him with, if anything.
The fingers she's drawing around your eyes, she stops and presses two of them against your eyes gently. I saw him before, with your mother. I think because they're connected to you, I just did not know that, the way I know it now. Everything I see and everything I do is connected to you. I see he's very strong. Very strong. To harm him would take a great deal of effort. So I think it would be best were I to approach him with you and your family waiting in the shadows, and I harm myself in front of him, so that he cannot resist me. Or I could sing to him, like a siren song.
You will content my brother to know that the last thing he will hear before he dies, Lucius that is, will be a song. Beauty in the moment of death.
Your family loves you, Edgar, and you need to lean on them and rely on them, should the worst happen.
That is what keeps me up at night.
Why?
Because I'm not sure if I'll have to kill them yet. I hope I don't. I love them all dearly. But I will not burden this blood that has sprang from my blood with any more monsters. You've inspired me. I can break the Shadowbane and break our cycle. But it goes further than that, doesn't it? I have to break this hold that monstrosity holds over my family.
She turns to sit on your lap and kisses you on the cheek. A very handsome impulsive Scottish man once told me that only God can judge us. And I'm sorry, Edgar. You're not God.
Not until I eat him and become him.
I really hope that's a very bad joke.
Perhaps it is.
And you have to be happy. There's a wedding coming. I don't know if I'm invited, but I could give Imogen my dress.
Oh, you're coming. You're certainly coming. There's... I refuse to be apart from you any longer.
She's smaller than me, but she could have my dress. I could get it taken in. It could be a surprise. She doesn't ever have to wear it to the ceremony. She starts getting very excited. Excitedly talking.
Just grab the remote, turn on Love Island, pull her into the bed.
Perfect. And that is where we're going to end Epilogue 4, Dead Mind, for this evening. Thank you, boys. Thank you so much.